Well, Bullock's back to winning ways at home as well. A very impressive performance in that 2-0 win against Ilkeston.
Yeah, I think we were good value for it in the end of the day. Similar to Tuesday night, a 50-50 first half. And then you're thinking, have we learnt our lessons? Similar team talk. Can we go on and win the game? And to be fair, the team talk was sort of done before we came in, because Jack Norton's lost the plot and gone at a few lads because he wasn't happy here and there. And again, they've sat and they've listened and they've gone out second half. And they've had a few chances, but we've created some really good opportunities there. And it was a good second half of football.
Yeah, and like you say, you mentioned about on Tuesday the reaction you're probably going to want from the lads after that, and like you say, they certainly, particularly that second half, really got that pretty much a contrast of the second half on Tuesday. Yeah,
well, one thing I can guarantee you, we've got such an honest group. Like, I was probably a bit harsh on them Tuesday night because emotions after the game, and when you sit back and look at it, we got done for 15-20 minutes against a decent Guiseley team. But in the moment, you think we've been battered, and actually we hadn't. We'd just been given a little lesson for 20-25 minutes. Have they learned? Yeah, I thought they were far better today. Ilkeston, not as physically strong as Guiseley, but a decent football team and give you a lot of other things to think about. And we dealt with it. Yes, they got in behind us a few times. Jack's made a brilliant save at 1-0. That's as good as a goal. And then that's enabled us to build from there. And I thought the build up for the second goal, for the penalty, was like excellent bit of play with a few other bits in there. So a bit harsh on them Tuesday night, well deserved today. But again, like the look at it, the messages you send, you have your WhatsApp group, they're disappointed, you can see. The clips we put in, they own up to the mistakes, which is refreshing, basically. And then Thursday night was a really good training session, which brings you in here with a spring in your step, and I'm just at them there like, well done, what a great start. 6 points from 9. Would snap your hands off 8 weeks ago, damn right I would.
Yeah, and in the first half, a change to the system which is enforced. Stan Hewitt going off, so it went from the wing backs to what more like a back four. Obviously disappointing to lose Stan. It didn't look too good the way he was walking off there. But do you feel that change of shape sort of changed the dynamic of the team a bit?
Yeah, well, Stan had a really good start, to be honest. So it was disappointing. Thought Stan was very bright. You go into a 4-3-3. I'm not a particular massive fan of it, but it worked well for us today. You got Stu Rose, who can hold and stick things and switch the play at the wide lad. Thought Marley had his best game today. He looked very good. Lucas came on and done a real good shift. Jax came on and worked really hard. There was good performances throughout the team today. So it was, yeah, shape, systems, everything. I just think it was just 15 lads putting the bodies on the line and really working hard to win a game of football. And quite often at this level, that's what it is. And that's what we got today. A little bit more from out us than Ilkeston, and we've came out with the 3 points.
Yeah, and that opening goal coming from Joey Pewty, albeit fortuitous, but like you said, sort of on the back of a spell of decent pressure from Whitby. Yeah,
we said to him at half time, he gets in brilliant areas. His delivery can sometimes let him down, or if it doesn't, we've got to have men in there to capitalise. Asked him to go and win us the game with a cross, and he's hit a cross. These new footballs look like they move all over, and it has, and it's flew in. So maybe it's a stroke of luck that we need again, just to get his head up, his encouragement, his confidence. And after that, he's hit the byline 4 or 5 times and put some great balls in. So was it fortuitous? Probably, but we're not complaining.
No, and that second goal from the penalty spot from Stuart Rose, like you said there earlier on, some neat play in the build-up, sort of slick movement, which is a lot of what this team, is about and what they're capable of as well.
Yeah, we moved it well and we shifted it. We dragged people. I wanted us to hit it probably one touch earlier, but I think it might have been Marley's someone's played a lovely little touch into whoever got fouled, drew the foul. Yeah, we've got to get our shots off. We've got to get our final touch, but it was great play, and then obviously we stuck the penalty away well.
Yeah, and well, in terms of other chances, plenty of them throughout the match, often from distance, but you can't just look at them and think, well, if you get a bit of power behind them, it could have been quite a few more today as well.
Yeah, first half, we said I'll never knock them for shooting, but there's 3 or 4 that have just trickled into keepers' hands. Second half, we've hit a few better ones. We've got in good areas. I think a bit of it at the minute, and this is no disrespect to anyone who's working hard on the pitch, because the pitch is so hard, obviously because of the weather we've had. It's difficult for both teams you don't get your true bounce, you don't get a true feel of it, and it's either running away from you or slowing up. Once we get some rain, the pitch will be spot on, and you'll probably get a truer bounce, and the last touches, the last through ball, the last cross, the finish will probably be slightly easier. At the minute, and it's no fault of anyone, it's just the conditions, everything's up and bouncy, and it's who can deal with it better.
Yeah, and then just looking ahead, that next game, another quick turnaround Tuesday night on the road at Ashton. Going to be a very tough game there against a side that, like Ilkeston, has started the season well, but I'm sure, if they can play with that confidence, you've got every chance. Yeah,
that's all we keep telling them. Like, believe, trust yourselves. Are you good enough to play this level? Yes, you are. Do you trust yourselves? If you've got any lingering doubts, we can't tell you anymore that you're good enough. Out there on the pitches where you prove it, and I think they all proved it today. They're all capable of playing this level, and some of them could probably nip up one or two if they address themselves right and keep progressing and listen to what Denny and myself are telling them.
Thank you very much, Bully.